Hi, welcome to Tecumseh Land Trust Sugar Shack Tour at Flying Mouse Farms. We are so sorry we can't gather in person for this great event that attracts so many friends and families, but we are so happy that you've joined us on this beautiful day at Flying Mouse. I'm Michelle Burns, Associate Director at Tecumseh Land Trust, as well as co-owner of Flying Mouse Farms with my husband, John. As you probably know, Tecumseh Land Trust's mission is to protect farmland, natural areas, and water resources forever. We do that using conservation easements, which dictate how a piece of property can be used into the future. We hold over 190 easements on over 30,000 acres in Clark and Greene County, and we've preserved over 44 stream miles within those easements. We are so proud of the work that we do, working with both large and small producers like Flying Mouse Farms. Flying Mouse Farms has been producing maple syrup, raising livestock, and produce on their 24-acre family farm since 2008. This year we put out over 700 taps on 7 different properties around the area. Just for a little context, each tap should produce about 1 quart of maple syrup, and it takes approximately 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. Now that's a labor of love for sure. It takes so much sap just to get a little bit of syrup. If you look behind me, you'll see the buckets are dripping with maple sap right now. So what we do is around late January, early February, we tap the trees. A healthy sugar maple like this can stand to have 3 taps in it. And this year we did tap at the end of January, but unfortunately they had not predicted yet those big snowstorms and freezing temperatures. So we didn't quite get it right this year, and that happens. It's okay, but it just means we'll have a shorter season. As the buckets fill up, they're dumped periodically throughout the day into a central holding tank. And that central holding tank is located here in our sugar shack where our evaporator is. So let's head over. Right, welcome to Flying Mouse Farms Maple Syrup Headquarters. This is the evaporator. This is where all the work is done to turn sap into syrup. So it's pumped into the sugar shack through a pipe that goes into a far trough over there. The sap boils into each trough until it becomes thick enough that it's ready to be taken off, which is done here. Once the syrup is taken off of the evaporator, it's put into a canner so that it can be bottled at an even, consistent temperature. It's very steamy in here, great for a facial. Let's head back outside. So the season typically ends once the weather gets warm. As the trees start to bud, you have to remove the taps. The sap starts to turn a little sour, and the trees need it then at that time. So next week when the weather gets into the 60s, that will signal probably the end of the season for us this year. So again, a little shorter season, probably smaller yields, but that's the nature of farming. The one thing we know for sure is that it's always risky business, whether you're a large producer or small. Whenever you're working with Mother Nature, she's very unpredictable, but the one thing that you can predict is that she will win. So until next year, enjoy some maple syrup, get out and appreciate Mother Nature, and we'll see you in 2022.